Ongoing Nigerian Armed Forces Nigeria Police Force Indigenous People of Biafra The terrorism in eastern Nigeria. The conflict escalated after the SN managed to repulse the initial push by the Nigerian army. But IPOB ended the initial crisis by unilaterally withdrawing the SN from Orlu. 3 weeks later, another separatist group declared the formation of a Biafran interim government which was subsequently endorsed by IPOB. In 1967, separatists in Nigeria's southeast declared the formation of the independent state of Biafra. The subsequent Nigerian civil war lasted 2.5 years, led to over 1 million dead, and ended with the defeat of Biafra. Over the following decades, Nigeria continued to suffer from regional instability and revolts, but Biafra separatism was mostly dormant until the 2000s. Some Niger Delta communities such as the Ijaw people even integrated anti-Biafran sentiment into their own popular narratives, as they had mostly sided with the central government during the Nigerian Civil War. From the 1990s, a growing number of people in southeastern Nigeria such as Igbo and Niger Delta natives felt marginalized by the Nigerian central government. This resulted in the violent conflict in the Niger Delta, and previously anti-Biafran communities such as Ijaw began to re-evaluate their commitment to Nigeria. Coupled with disaffection among the youth due to high unemployment, this contributed to a resurgence of Biafran nationalism in the entire southeast, while most of the local political leadership distanced themselves from separatism. Radical Biafran nationalists organized in the secessionist group IPOB. At the same time, Nigerians became disaffected as the central government failed to suppress the destructive Boko Haram insurgency as well as banditry in the north, while the Nigerian security forces faced accusations of corruption, ineffectiveness, and abuse. Journalists Kai Nebi and Muhammad Bello argued that swathes of Nigeria remain near ungovernable. As of Muhammadu Buhari's second presidency, tensions in the southeast continued to rise after the local economy, heavily dependent on exporting oil, suffered under worldwide low oil prices. By 2020, IPOB had managed to rally substantial following to its cause. Although polls showcased that Biafran separatism was not widely supported in the southeast. In August 2020, Nigerian police forces went to an IPOB meeting in Enugu and executed 21 unarmed IPOB members with 2 police officers dead. Both sides accused the other of firing the first shot. Following the incident, IPOB pledged to retaliate and called on its members to start practicing self-defense. In late September, at least 2 Nigerian soldiers were killed during clashes with unidentified gunmen in Enugu. However, IPOB denied any involvement, announcing that, "We are not armed and have no plans to pick up arms." On December 12, 2020, KANU announced the formation of the ESN to protect Igbos against Fulani raiders. Unwilling to countenance the formation of a non-state-sanctioned paramilitary organization on its territory, the Nigerian government deployed the army to locate ESN camps 2 weeks later. On January 22, Nigerian soldiers invaded Orlu to search for ESN operatives. 8 buildings were burnt and 1 person was killed in the ensuing events. Security forces re-invaded the area 3 days later, clashing with the ESN and killing at least 5 people before being repulsed by the ESN. 4 Nigerian soldiers were killed in the fighting. The Nigerian army withdrew, and in the following days, Nigerian Air Force planes and helicopters deployed to search for ESN operatives in and around Orlu. On January 28, more than 400 Nigerian soldiers were deployed to oust the ESN and the authorities declared a curfew, which was brutally enforced. The curfew and the anticipation of imminent heavy fighting caused civilians to flee the city en masse. Later on the same day, Namdi Kanu declared a unilateral ceasefire and ordered the ESN withdraw from Orlu to focus on Fulani raiders instead. Kanu claimed that this decision was based on intelligence information that revealed that the army and the police had agreed to withdraw from Orlu also. During the fighting, police officers of the IMO state police were caught on video flogging civilians, possibly as punishment for curfew violations. After the ceasefire, at least 10 police officers were arrested, and Commissioner of Police Nasiru Muhammad condemned their behavior. Days after the Orlu crisis, IPOB gave all the governors of Southeast Nigeria 14 days to ban open grazing, threatening to deploy the ESN to enforce a ban if the authorities did not do so. However, the ESN did not wait 14 days. A few days later, ESN operatives attacked a Fulani camp in Isukueto, Abia State, killing their livestock and burning down their houses. Following the raid, some governors responded by heeding the ESN's call and banning open grazing. At some point in mid-February, the Niger